Okay, so on to the very last track, very last performance of Hoza's Martian Sonic Odyssey, man. It's been a fantastic series, specifically if you do like Hua Chenyu, of which I do. I actually think he's a fantastic artist, very different, very eclectic, very different type of artist. I love the way he performs, I love the way he sings, I love some of the conceptualization of his music as well. So it's been a very enlightening series, this one over here, and it's been a beautiful series to actually react to. So for those of you who are only coming and hopping on now, there's an entire series that you've missed. Go right to the beginning of the series. These are 18 reactions long. This is the 18th reaction, and it's the end of the series. I'd like to say thank you very much to Hoza. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, and thank you for requesting this series. It's been very cool. I know you absolutely love this artist. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I think it's been fantastic. I've enjoyed it. I've felt tranquil. I've felt excited and all those kind of things. It's being great. So yeah, let's wrap this series up with Miles Away from Loneliness. I don't think I've ever reacted to this. Hua Chenyu, Miles Away from Loneliness. Let's wrap it up. Let's go. I like that freedom. It never said that one can't turn around. Like, sure, you heading straight into the wind. There are other avenues, right? You can sort of turn around, right? Let go of some of that pressure, right? And then you can turn back in. At the end of the day, anything that you're going to try and achieve, anything that is beautiful is going to be hard to obtain. You're going to consistently find resistance. You're going to consistently walk into that wind, but it doesn't mean that you can't take a breather, right? 爱在地图上剥落，我离孤单几公里，看着天对自己说不要怕，往前走。爱已无话可说了，只想孤单想念你。关于回忆的沙漠，我没怕，也不哭，对吗？ I love it when he plays with his voice like that. It's so beautiful. It adds something so different to it, right? It's the way he story tells when he goes into that part over there. It's so vulnerable with the way he does that, right? And I love what he said over here. It's like, I'm scared of walking. I'm scared of walking this road. Although I have to continue walking this road. I can't give up. But I'm scared of walking this road because I don't know if the cloud above is just going to start pouring on me, right? We don't know these things, but it doesn't mean that you stop walking, because there's always going to be so many factors that that will inevitably become obstacles on your way. Does it mean you're not walk? Does it mean you're not trade your path? Does it mean you're not face your, like you don't chase your dreams? You absolutely have to, right? And you take it step by step, step by step. If it rains, then you get wet, right? And if you get wet and you get sick, well, that's just part of the journey. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. It just means that when you come out of that, right, and when you see the sunshine again, it'll be that much more beautiful because you were able to trudge that path and not stop. Momentum is absolutely everything. Let's go. It's a beautiful performance, this. 睡过多久？一整 See, do you see what he's saying over here? Like, he's basically saying, how many times have I slept in this bed and not woken up and just stayed there, depressed, down, lonely? How many times have I gone to just make a cup of tea, not doing anything of real value over here? And through all of that, how many passerbys have walked under those clouds, right? People are getting ahead of me. People are chasing the thing. They're fighting for their dreams, and I'm watching everybody doing that, and I'm sitting here alone, not doing that because my loneliness is so debilitating. All right, and I love the fact that he's singing this song, because that over here is kind of like an awareness. Because when you introspect on that, and you can step back and look at yourself and say, like, this is not the good path that I'm on over here, right? This is not a good path. I'm not going to achieve anything if I'm not consistently trudging this road under those clouds, under those hard conditions, testing myself every single day, doing the things I don't want to do because I have to do them, because I have a responsibility to myself, to my family, and my community. I have to do them. And by doing those things, you actually alleviate your stresses, you alleviate your depressions, you alleviate your anxiety. You are anxious because you're doing fucking nothing. You are depressed because you're doing fucking nothing. And that literally rubs up against the fucking grain of your soul. Right? You feel unproductive, and for every hour that you are unproductive, for every time that you don't want to get out of bed, for every time that you want to give in to your feelings, it's going to make it fucking worse. You need to fight that. You need to fight that every fucking day. You need to fight that. And you need to have the mentality that you need to do the things you hate the most. If you hate running, run because you hate fucking running. Because that is what armor plates your mind. If you hate fucking getting out of bed because you feel like you're too depressed, that's what you fucking do. If you hate doing the dishes, do the dishes. Because this is also important to create those little neural pathways in your fucking brain that will eventually become, you're actually training your mind. You're armor plating your mind. You're training your mind to become stronger, right? So that those things that you don't like to do are going to be habits of yours. And eventually your mind is going to give you that dopamine kick when you do the things you don't like doing, right? Right now, you don't get the dopamine kick from that because you don't want to do it, so you avoid it. So therefore, it doesn't give you that, right? But how often do people feel like, oh, I don't want to do that, but then afterwards they like break through that barrier of like, oh, I don't feel like doing it, and then they just, oh, let me just do it, and they land up doing it, and when they finish, they feel good about themselves. They feel lifted. They don't feel depressed and anxious and like, fuck, I actually did something today. I actually broke through that barrier. You know what I mean? If you don't fight your mind that way, and you don't ensure that you are fully in control of your own mind, you will always be this mushroom in the fucking darkness that people will just consistently feed shit to, like it's okay to not be okay, and you will just grow in that fucking darkness, and you'll never get out of it. You know what I mean? Anyway, carry on.
披风上，爱在帝都上爆了，我离孤单几公里，看着天对自己说不要把往前走，爱已无话可说了，只想孤单想念你，关于回忆的沙漠我没法也不哭，对吗？
Song really is a beautiful song. I love the way I'm loving the piano. I'm loving the way he's delivering it. Beautiful song. This is a great song to end off on. Great performance to end off on.
是啊，梦里的路突然又想你，恍惚才出
Nice. Beautiful performance as well. Beautiful piece, beautiful performance, a great track to end off on, man. This wraps up the series. Once again, Rosa, thank you very much for this. I'm sure all of the Hua fans were absolutely ecstatic that we have a whole series of Hua Chenyu. Yeah, it's been great, man. It's been great. I'll catch you on the very next series. Once again, Rosa, really appreciate all the support for the channel as well. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Love you all. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. Peace.